Hello, YouTube. This is Jerry D in Tennessee. Let's turn this down just a little bit. All right, let's see what we have here. Let's talk about some stocks. HALB, Alaric Corporation. This is Friday. So the day range was from 0.056 to almost 10 cents a share. So from a nickel to 0.0930. So it's almost doubled. Is that right? From a nickel? So Yahoo says it's up. It was up 15.23%. So I saw that there were some tweets going on. And let's see, they released some news. They're discussing the development of a new class of COVID-19 antibody during a Stock Day podcast they were having on October 22nd. So that got them in everybody's, was getting everybody's attention. So that's not too shabby. So if you bought in at a nickel, this is what it was a 5-day. So Wednesday, if you'd bought in at 0.03, you probably could have done pretty well. You could have doubled your money in 3 days. So that's not a bad deal. Just off the news. I mean, usually that's how these stocks go. There's either somebody talking about it on social media, on Twitter, or they release news. And usually you can find out about the news because if there's somebody watching the stock or they're expecting news, as soon as they see the news, they're going to tweet it on Twitter. So you just got to, look for it. Do a search for the stock. You could put if you were searching for this stock in Twitter, you could put $ HALB and see what everybody's talking about on Twitter about this stock. So let's go on to the next one. Remark Holdings. They had a 40% spike at the end of the week. So the day range is $1.08. It went up to $1.67 on the high. So 40% is not bad. And they had some news released too 4 days ago. Remark Holdings adjourned special shareholder meeting until November 4th. So they're expecting them to release the news to shareholders here the 1st of November. So, they got them in the media, got them in the public's attention. People were trading. They're probably hoping they're going to give a good report for this last quarter. There's no telling what the news is about. I'm not following this company. I just saw that there were a lot of people. There's a lot of this was active in social media, this stock. So anyway, that's not about too shabby. I mean, what was it? The day range was $1.08, and it went up to $1.67. So that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not a bad jump. A little profit's better than no profit at all, is what a man told me one time. 40% jump, though, is not too shabby. So let's go on to the next stock. Ignite International Brands, BILZF. So they had news released on the 23rd, Friday, that the chairman of the board intends to acquire $25 million of Ignite shares. Acquire $25 million of Ignite shares, which got it in the news. So, did it show a time? No, it didn't show a time. All right, so what was the day's range? 29 cents to 61 cents. So there's another opportunity to double your money if you're in at the right time. So that's not too shabby either. So, if you get on some lists where people sending out stock lists, there's several people that send out free stock lists on stocks to watch. So if you go out and you get on some lists, you look at some stocks that's on these lists, you start watching them, then start looking for them on Twitter. You'll see tweets, people releasing, oh, they just released news. Go out and you check, look at the news, read it. I mean, you can make a quick little chunk of change off of just some simple trades. It's interesting with all the COVID stuff going on that the stocks have been so active and people still making money in the stock market. I mean, I would have thought that it would have hurt a lot of stuff, but and a lot of the stocks are down. Like Ford's down. Ford's down. It's one of the stocks I'm in. It's down big time compared. I think, what was it? Let's go do a search for Ford. Let's just do it right here. The site is slow today. So actually it's up from what it had been. Last time I saw, well, here's the 52-week range. Okay, 52-week range, 396. It got down as low as 396, and the last time I looked at Ford, it was down to $6. Now it's come up to 816. So let's look over. Let's look at 5 years. Are you going to update? Oh, you are. So, I mean, Ford's been up $12, $13, $14. So Ford's really down compared the past few years, what it has been. I mean, if you're going to buy into Ford, I don't think Ford's going anywhere. Their sales are probably down this year, but I think they made adjustments, and I think Ford will do well. I mean, but that's my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor or a stock advisor. This is just something I do for entertainment purposes. I appreciate you coming and stopping by the channel, but do your own research before investing. Do not trade money that you're not willing to use. Trade scared, trade informed. All right, now that I have that out of the way, what I was saying, I think Ford will go, it's going to continue. It's going to be there. Ford's been here for years. It will really surprise me to see Ford go under. I mean, even when the government was bailing out other companies, Ford was one company that did not take a check from the government. So Chevrolet, these others, GMC, they did take a check back in 2008. So 2008, 2009, I can't remember exactly. I think 2008 is when the stocks dropped. 2009 might have been when they were, or maybe the end of 2008 might have been when the government was bailing out some of these car companies. But Ford's been pretty self-sufficient. They stay on top of things, and they've been around for a long time. I don't see them going anywhere very soon. And this price is going to go up. It's my expectation that they're going to eventually be back up to $12, $14 a share, especially with the new vehicles, the Mach-E, the new Bronco coming out. They just released they started selling the Ranger again, a revamped version of the Ranger, which is like, to me, is about the same size as a Toyota Tacoma. But anyway, I think they're going to be here for a while. I think they're going to come up. And they're just a prime example. A lot of the stocks are down in the market. And this is probably a good chance to buy in if you want to buy into some of these stocks. Because a lot of these old money stocks that's been around for years and years and years, they're probably going to be around for a while. They've got good management behind them. And they're focused on making a profit. And they're going to make a profit. And they're going to cut corners where they can cut corners. Whether it's, laying some people off or what have you. And there's been a lot of layoffs in this country this past year due to COVID. There's a lot of people who's lost their jobs this year. So I think they're going to come back. Looks like they're already coming back. I mean, about a week ago or something like that. What's 5 days? I can't remember the last time I looked at them. CC? Yeah. So it's been within the past 2 weeks that they were down to $6. They were at $6 a share. Let's go back. Let's go out a month. Yeah, see. So, yeah, they're slowly climbing back up. And like I said, I am in. I have a small position on Ford just because the price of the stock is not that bad. I mean, when you look at it, it's not that bad. And congratulations on anybody that's been buying into this stock as it's been this low. This past summer, it's been pretty low. It's going up. Right here, it's pretty steady. It's a steady climb. So, anybody's been buying in this past summer into Ford, they're starting to get the green. Now, my problem, a year ago, I bought in at $9 a share, so I'm in the red. So, I mean, it's just being on the right side of the trade. So, I mean, once it hits over $9 a share, I'm good. I'll be in the green after it gets above $9 a share. So, it's on the way up. I'm not worried about it. I'm holding my stock. I'm not going to dump it while it's at a loss. I'm going to hold on to it. I'm waiting for it to climb. That's how you make money in the stock market. So, well, if I'd waited on buying my stock, but nobody knew the pandemic was going to happen, really. Nobody would know. If you told me this time last year that there would be a pandemic, I wouldn't have believed it. I wouldn't have believed that everybody shut down and been working from their houses for months and stuff. Some people not even working. There's been small businesses have to shut down because they couldn't open. They weren't making any money, so they had no choice but to close their doors. There's a lot of businesses that have closed their doors this year. It's really sad. This has been a sad year for a lot of people, especially in business. It's really been, especially small business. The big companies are the ones that's surviving right now because they have the resources to ride this out. They really do. A small business, if you don't have the funds in the bank, you can't ride this out. You really can't. If you're dependent on you're bringing the money in on your business to keep the business going from month to month, week to week, it won't work. Not especially if you've been shut down for 6 months. So, yeah, Ford's not going anywhere. I think they're slowly climbing up, and time will tell where they will go. So to me, this is a big plus. So, like I said, though, just in the last little bit, I mean, it was down to $6. So I was down $3 a share. I mean, man. But I didn't dump the stock because it had dropped. I'm in it, and it's not going anywhere, and it's going back up. Look at this climb. It's a little choppy, but it's going up. It is going up. Just ride it out. And a lot of people that run for portfolios and retirement, that's what they'll tell you. If the stocks go down, hold on to the stock. Don't sell it at a loss. Hold on to it. It will eventually come back up. If it's like a Ford, if it's a legit company that's working toward generating profits, they're going to be around. I seriously believe they're going to be around. It would have to be really, they have to have a really, really bad hard hit to take them down. I think they've been around for a long time. They have the revenues behind to keep things going, and they're going to as long as they can. They do what they have to keep the company going, and that's all there is to it. But yeah, it's been an interesting year, and I appreciate everybody is tuned in. If you like this video, click that like button. If you want to see some more stock videos, hear me talk about stocks and stock porn, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you to subscribe to the channel. This is just something I enjoy doing, and it just interests me. It's interesting how these stocks have been performing through the pandemic, because there's been some stocks that's doing well. I mean, these spikes are still going on, even with a pandemic going on. So you just have to sit back and watch and pick the stocks and trade scared. Just watch what the price action's doing on the stocks. If you have access, I can't even talk. I apologize for that. If you have access to L2, look at L2, see where the sales are going, where they're headed, versus what they're actually, if the stock's dropping or going up. Look at the RSI, the MACD, the volume weighted average. Look at the chart and see what the stock is doing, how people are buying and selling the stock. And that'll give you an idea about whether or not that it's a good idea to buy into the stock. But anyway, like I said, I'm not a financial advisor or a stock advisor. This is just Jerry D in Tennessee. I'm just talking about stocks. It's what I like to do. It's what I like to play around with. It's a kind of a hobby, entertainment. And plus, I'm trying to supplement my retirement. What can I say? That's why you get in stocks, is try to make money. But anyway, hope to see you again. Thanks for visiting my channel, and hope you've had a good weekend. And this has been, there's a few stocks here that's had a good week, and looks like Ford's looking up too. If you're not in Ford, I'd seriously consider getting into it right now while the stock's still lower than it's lower than it was a few years ago. And I do believe that, personally, I believe the stock is going to go back up $12, $13, $14 a share, if not higher, over time. You just have to hold it long. Don't think you're going to make a quick buck off of this company, within 15, 20 minutes. I mean, you might. I mean, this right here, this little spike right here, they went from $1.27 to $1.68. So somebody made a little money right here. Traded 38 million shares on October 12th. So, if you catch it at the right time, maybe you can. But I would hold it long, because I could see this stock going back up to $12, $13, $14 an hour, or $13, $14 a share. And yeah, it's just going to happen. It may have to be after the pandemic's over with and all this COVID talk. Plus, after election. Once the election's through, we get past the election, we have a new president or the same president, whoever wins the election in office, all the stocks are going to start going back up. So it's just the way it goes. So again, thank you for visiting, watching my video if you made it this far, and I'd love for you to subscribe and click that like button if you like it. But hope you've had a good weekend. Hope this next week's a good one, and catch you next time. Thank you. Hey, thanks for coming by. Glad you checked out the video. Hope you liked it. If you like it, please click on the like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. May God bless you, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.